So I have very good news for you regarding your limiting beliefs. You don't need to fight them. You can destroy them. You can get rid of them once and for all by doing one simple thing that I'm going to talk about in this video. And that simple thing is this: simply focus on their opposite. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how this works and why this one shift can completely free you from any limiting beliefs or old negative stories that have held you back in the past. And if you're ready to bring your personal and spiritual growth to the next level, then be sure to sign up for my free newsletter below. The links are in the pinned comment and description. And if you sign up right now, you'll receive one of my guided meditations absolutely for free. So with that, let's get started. So if you're watching this, it's very likely that you have certain limiting beliefs that you've carried with you maybe from childhood. Limiting beliefs like you don't feel worthy, you don't feel good enough, you don't feel like you deserve good things, etc. Limiting beliefs don't stick around because they're powerful inherently. They stick around because we give them power. We keep feeding them with our energy and emotion. So what do? We think about them a lot. They pop up and we try to fix them, we focus on them, we analyze where they maybe came from. Even when we have the best of intentions, what we're doing is feeding those limiting beliefs with energy. So even if you're operating from a good place and you want to totally get rid of that old negative limiting belief, if you're not applying the right techniques and you're still focusing on it, it keeps it active and it keeps it energized. And so it gets, in a sense, stronger and stronger. So one of the most powerful shifts I ever made when it came to my limiting beliefs was in not trying to fix the limiting belief, but instead replacing it. And let me break that down. What we want to do is we want to focus our energy on the opposite end of the spectrum. So whatever your limiting belief is, a negative belief, we want to then focus on its positive polar opposite. So for example, if you have limiting beliefs regarding fear, what's the opposite of fear? On that spectrum, from fear to neutrality, we then have courage. Or feelings of, I'm not worthy and I'm not deserving. What do we have on the other side of that spectrum? We can have feelings of wholeness and completeness and gratitude. Or even something specific like, things never work out for me. We can flip that and say, things always work out in my favor in amazing and unexpected ways. So you can't think of these two opposites at the same time. And the more that you can learn to shift into the energy of that higher vibrational positive affirmation, the more we can take energy away from those old negative limiting beliefs and plant these new positive seeds in our mind. So let's say, for example, that your limiting belief is that you'll never be successful. And this is something that pops up a lot in your life. I'll never be successful, this didn't work out, that won't work out, whatever. Rather than simply repeating affirmations, trying to focus on that belief and where did it come from and how can I, every time it comes up, do something to sort of minimize it, we want to shift our energy completely. So ask yourself, what is the version of you who is already successful believe, feel, do? How does that version of you show up? And then live from that version. So we're taking that old negative limiting belief, that old limiting programming, and then we're energetically feeding the other side of the spectrum where you are successful, things do work out for you, and then live from that place. So with this, we are rewiring this old negativity and taking that energy, redirecting it into these new positive directions. So every time that old belief pops up, it could be multiple times a day, then simply use it as a reminder to shift your energy to the opposite end of the spectrum and focus on that version of you who is the polar opposite of whatever that negative limiting belief is saying. Another very common limiting belief that probably nearly everyone has in some form is simply fear. So fear of what other people will say, fear of what will happen. But most people, or many people, I would say, they sort of let that fear prevent them from taking any action. But what's the opposite of fear? The opposite of fear is courage. So courage says, I see the fear, I feel it, but I'm going to act anyway. And every time you can act with courage in that way, you're sending a message to your subconscious that this is the new version of me. Like, yes, I feel the fear, but it's there and I acknowledge it, but I'm going to choose to operate from its opposite on the spectrum and stay in that feeling of courage. So stop giving these old negative limiting beliefs and programming more and more energy. And instead ask yourself, what is the exact opposite of this belief? And then live from that version of you. Not just once a day in a meditation, but like catch yourself throughout the day and then shift your energy until it can become your new default. And if you're ready to step into that next version of you, then sign up for my free newsletter. The links are below in the description and pinned comment. And if you sign up right now, you will receive one of my popular guided meditations absolutely for free. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.